Welcome to a zerok 1 vs 1 on Titan Duel, where we have a bit of a strange choice over here in the red for a buckymancer with hovers and a strike commander. Like, that's not something you see every day. Versus in the blue, DDD 356 with cloakbots, a way more standard play, but also with a strike commander. No engineer commanders today. Both of these players have recently ranked up. This match is like a month old, like 36 days old. But these days, DDD is Neutron Star and Buckymancer is Super Giant. This might actually just be because of the ladder resets that we had back then. Causing a lot of people to, well, drop ranks. Because all of a sudden no one was on ladder. And it's going to be Dagger. Dagger balls can be kind of strong against Glaive because you have, well, Glaive is very cheap, 65, so cheaper than Dagger, and boom! Nicely done there, Bucky. Already just getting a 1 Glaive kill. Even though normally you would expect a Glaive to 1v1 a Dagger. But not when it's running away. Over here 4 more Daggers, so yeah. Glaive should easily be cleaned up. And yeah. Nice thing about a dagger is that it is a piercing weapon, the Gastard. So against groups of glaives, and you're likely going to face off against those in the future, they are insanely strong. Imp 50 HP only, so also in the one-shot range of a dagger, which has 110 burst damage. So it is somewhat easy to prevent imps from doing damage, but yeah, not as easy as you would like. Of course not. I mean, facing off against imps is always a bit difficult. Always going to cause you problems. Especially if you don't have any radar. And for now, they do have a radar there, radar on the commander, but of course they don't see this imp, Burrow. 6 little daggers. You need 3 to one-shot a... Oh, that is a bit of a dangerous position for the commander, but I mean, it's just 6 daggers. That's not enough to, well, kill a commander. Even without support, it's able to hold on there. No issues. And all of the daggers going down. All of a sudden, what was it? 160% attrition for Bucky. It's 37% now. Oh no. Eco ahead for DDD, 7 in reclaim. Already like 200 reclaim on the field right here. Moving that imp forwards a little bit. Couple of nice choke points on this map, of course. Small choke point there, there. This is also not too large. There are a couple of like, well, quite open spots like this and that, where an imp is, well, less likely to do as much damage. But you can certainly catch a couple of daggers out nicely. Seems like you did actually spot... No, you know you didn't. At least I don't think you did. 1 dagger is going to go down, but that's still worth it, because an imp is 125. Dagger only 80. So taking 1 imp for 1 dagger is not a bad fight for Bucky at all. Over here 10 more seconds, so it will be cleaned up. Even if you incorporate reclaim as well, it's still a, well, even trade. Of course, if you do get all 57, it is technically like a slightly better by like 2 metal trade for DDD. But yeah, that is very even. Commander getting up that max, not actually like moving forwards. Okay, sure. Is also enough that it could be sniped by the glaives, but with those 5 daggers in behind, it is actually defended quite nicely. Imps, once again, sitting in the choke points. Well, this one sitting in the choke point. And first Reaver is out. Reaver, especially when retreating, can deal with daggers very, very nicely. Has AoE itself. So... yeah, even against groups of daggers, even though they could burst down a Reaver, it's not too bad. It's outranging it as well, so especially on the retreat, a Reaver can do a lot of damage against daggers. Interesting choice that we see. we see both Mace and Claymore coming out from Bucky. Mace, the more expensive, longer range, and also stronger riot. However, it is the DPS riot and not the AoE riot. Claymore against groups of glaives, or like groups of units, is actually really strong. Imp 2500 burst, so it also doesn't matter which of the two you have, which of the two riots, it will still stun you anyways. And up north, well, group of glaives moving through. Daggers, though, are fast. Glaives also, well, sitting still. Burst down the Lotus, well, almost, because this one was not engaging, so already bad fight there for Bucky again. Losing about 160 there. And good number of imps are being constructed by DDD. That makes it a lot more difficult for Bucky to just do, well, this. Move into the enemy base. Another Reaver going down. Heavily damaged Mace, and watch it with... Oh, good job, Mace. You stunned your own. Now, is the Reaver microed well enough that it is sitting behind the glaive daggers? No, but I mean, yeah, Mace was heavily damaged anyway, so all of it is gone. Ouch. 1400 value lost there for Bucky. Still, Commander is forwards, so could reclaim 1000. Is also still healthy enough, I mean 4200 HP, that it can just fortify the position, get a Lotus started up, maybe 2. Just hold that position. Because for now, DDD is ahead in eco just a little bit. Is also trying, but doesn't have it yet, trying to reclaim what they have over here. And this will now be pushed back by the Scalpel and the Mace. Dagger over here is cut out a little bit. But I mean, it got a shot off. Maybe that's worth it. Probably not, because the glaives will simply regen it in like 5 seconds. And, well, losing one radar tower, but that's about it. Still though, I feel like Bucky could easily just fortify this and get all of that reclaim. 1000 reclaim, even at this stage, is still a lot. Look at it. Less than 10,000 they've produced total, right? After 10,000 metal at most. So yeah, getting an additional 1000 metal there. Another like 350, 450 in the middle as well. Is pretty much all for the taking. Commander here is just simply idle. I feel like Bucky could be taking a very good map control by taking the center. And also just take a lot more metal. Bit of a shame that they're not doing that. But of course, yeah. Making more metal extractors is also going to be worth it. It pays off better in the long term. But a short term gain of like 1000, 2000 metal is really strong. I mean, that automatically like negates the entire attrition difference between the two of you. So yeah, Lance is out. We'll be dealing with Stinger, Lotus, all of that. Of course, outranges it. Does not outrange. It is very close. But still has to watch out for the slings, because even though slings don't do a lot of DPS, it's only like, yeah, 23 DPS. Lance is only 1000 HP. So if you just get a couple and have them in a line, Lance kills one of you, and then you might just barely kill the Lance in return. Losing like 100 value versus 1000 from those from the Lance. Also, I don't know what your radar looks like. Good enough at least. And Sparrow is also up. Very nice to scout. And over here, is the imp going to be beneficial for DDD, or is it going to hurt them by stunning their own knights? It's going to do neither. It's just sitting there, defending the reclaim. But yeah, Conjurer out for DDD is reclaiming. Meanwhile, the commander over here, the position, is being pushed slightly. I mean, pickets are not really pushing, right? Turrets creeping forwards, just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, they're at least trying to put a little bit of pressure on it, but it will all go down. Is it going to take the mace with it? No, it's not. At least if the mace decides to move forwards, it doesn't, which is a bit of a shame. Just don't build loaders, just move forwards. You can take a picket. Yeah, don't really know why you didn't just move forwards there, but I will. Anyways, army value for Bucky is still looking really good. If we pull up the stats for that, army value. Almost 6,000 versus just 2,000 from DDD. 50 versus 30 eco. All of a sudden, Cyclops is out, closes the gap a whole lot, of course. But at the same time, you've got your anti-heavy on the field as well. It's in the wrong location, since the Cyclops is going to deal with the commander, at least to start. But yeah, I mean, even with the Cyclops, you're still quite far behind. Even though your economy is way, way better. Has like triple the energy eco pretty much through like fusion. And just, well, having all of the solars and like getting the geothermal up. So eco for DDD is very, very good. Nice harassment here with the halberd. Armor up, so even though Sling already doesn't have any DPS, it does even less DPS then. Like less than 8 DPS against the halberd, at least an armored up target. And now Cyclops. Well, it is a tank buster. It is a bit of an assault-like unit. Is going to be pushing this position, and yeah, there is currently not really a whole lot there for Bucky that's able to deal with it. Bucky's position is all up north, but at the same time, Commander is not really being pressured. It looks as if Bucky is just going to be moving into the base. Makes sense as well, of course. But Commander can just like wait a couple of seconds and then reclaim, rebuild, and all of a sudden the eco for DDD will once again be up. Seems like Bucky is, luckily enough, I guess, moving one mace that way. But I mean, one mace against Commander and loaders with support and all that. Yeah, that's not really going to be enough. Over here, Lance is a bit caught out as well. I mean, it's too far away. It should be in the action, should be ready to start shooting at the Cyclops. And I also would have liked to just see a second, maybe even third Lance out by now. I mean, you're not producing one, even though you are now facing off against double Cyclops. And you don't see a whole lot else. If you don't go for anti-heavies, and okay, you do clean up this Cyclops over here. Nicely done. If you don't go for anti-heavies, what you could also do is just start running through the middle, because what's your radar looking like? Well, you know that they don't really have a whole lot. Also, like, why are you this far away? Yeah, I mean, the Cyclops actually just could have been dead by now if you had your Lance in the fight. Okay, well, that's at least a very good target for your Lance. 3000 burst right on top of that commander. Getting it down as well. I think DDD had some metal stored up as well. Might not have, but has already access to 270 anyways. And army value, well, yeah, look at that. With double Cyclops, is a lot more even. Though still slightly behind for DDD. But an idle Lance, or at least an effectively idle Lance, it's shooting at a caretaker. That's not what it's designed to do. It's an anti-heavy. It should really go this way, because you're now just losing forces for, well, no reason. Yeah, also currently struggling for energy, so accessing a whole lot, like 15 metal per second. Reclaiming 20, so all of the reclaim is going straight out the window. Yeah, not exactly what you want to see. Could also be moving up there, but I guess they just don't know there are geothermals on this map, or they don't think DDD got it up. I don't know. Thing is, they had an energy pylon visible that should have given you a clue that they had a geothermal, or at least were working on one. But they may have not seen it. It might have just been destroyed in an attack move, so could very well be the case. And it's also like not in the radar range, so no idea about that geothermal. Probably not giving DD too much help right now. but still, it's allowing the fusion and all that to be fully put into overdrive. So it's definitely not worthless. Couple of titles over here. Very nice. Bucky has now got 45 energy per second, so is at least somewhat even with their metal. And fusion is also slowly but surely going up. Finally, in the fight, it is the Lance. But still, I mean, Bucky is at a 114% attrition by now. Seemingly losing a couple of forces where it doesn't really need to. Luckily enough for you, Cyclops are not exactly the fastest unit in the game. But that's a 400 metal unit that's now gone. Watch it with the Lance. No, it's 1000 HP only. Boom. Burst damage of 1000. Yep. Okay, right. Had your Lance just been an attack move or like moved backwards, this Cyclops could have been down. This one could have been down. And it would have been an entirely different fight. Except for maybe not, because look, you're in their base anyway. So it's not really a different fight because you've already won, even without taking down all those Cyclops. Bucky clawing back the economy in the last little bit of the game, but also wasting quite a bit of metal. Still, the tank switch from DDD did not exactly pay off. And even though I would have preferred some more Lance or more effective Lance, it didn't matter, the other hovers already just took care of it.